Hiya, primates! Links to the video we react to today are in the description below. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show! This man must have a Death Wish compilation. Let's do it.
This man must have a death wish.
Money!
Let's go!
Besides getting all these free snacks, this is actually a terrible idea. In this
No, it's
video,
not. Because I think he got himself like a cool $10 worth of like soda. Honestly, like one time, I was doing stuff and I had to like, cause like I've had these kinds of vending machines like at my house. You know, cause I'm like one of those people that like will go to a market and see that they got an old fridge and I'm like, how much you want for it? And they'll be like, I've been trying to get rid of it for freaking years, bro. And then they'll sell them to you for like cheap. But I've also wanted to buy my own vending machines and start my own vending machine empire. Like I'm trying to bring the Tokyo vending machine culture to LA. So I want everyone to start like using vending machines in LA. And I was like checking out this one vending machine, and let's just say that we were taking a look at it to see what it was like. And it fell on someone, and it looked like it hurt. He like tipped it over, bro, and he like landed on. We had to like pull it off of him. That thing was heavy. It hurt.
we can see this guy pushing a vending machine very aggressively, and then he drops it down and a bunch of snacks fall out, and he's really happy. And many of you guys watching this video might have also tried this yourself. And while this looks like kind of a good idea on the surface, let me tell you why it's not. These vending machines are very heavy, weighing hundreds of pounds. They're very large and awkward to move. And since
we had to roll it over. We just rolled it off of him, basically. That's what happened. Luckily, he was fat. He had a lot of gut, so that kind of cushioned a lot of it.
1978, there have been over 30 recorded deaths from vending machines from people trying to push them over to get free snacks, and then the vending machine will end up falling on them, crushing them. In this article behind me, you can see
that's gotta be like that hitting them in the head, bro. Like that's, or like somebody old, like something that there had about to be more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a heavy machine, but I don't think it'll moiter you like that.
This guy, Daniel Todd Erickson, he got really mad because the machine took his quarters without giving him a drink, so he pushed it over. The machine landed on him, crushing him. In fact, on certain years, vending machines kill more people than sharks do, which is pretty crazy. Now, if you try this, it's not to say you're for sure going to get smashed, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, but like, I'm pretty sure like bees kill more people than sharks too, if I'm being completely honest with you.
This man must have a death wish.
Not really too sure what the thought process was behind this idea, but this guy did it anyways. In the video you guys just watched, this guy took an excavator and decided to pick up a massive hornet's nest. Now, I can totally understand wanting to remove a hornet's nest. They can be quite dangerous. However, this is not the way to do it. He then moved it, and while in the process, dropped this massive load of hornets right here. And a few minutes later, the hornets decided that they were pretty pissed off and decided to attack the closest thing that was making the most noise, which just so happened to be the thing that he was sitting in. The man did get stung several times, and once you're stung once, this is bad. Hornets will oftentimes release a pheromone that will inspire other hornets to attack the same thing that they're attacking. Hornets cause roughly 220,000 emergency room visits per year and cause 60 deaths as well. So depending on how you're...
see, they kill more people than like sharks. So the freaking vending machine thing wasn't like that serious.
Body reacts to a sting can really determine the outcome. Like my friend here, this guy is from college, got bit on the lip and ended up swelling up like a balloon. This video is still live.
He got bit by a hornet, so he didn't get stung.
On YouTube, by the way. I filmed this back in 2017. Our YouTube channel is called Crash Gang. Good luck finding it. And then just to summarize one more time, don't do this. This is a terrible idea.
This man must have a death wish.
I mean, it would have been a smart idea if he would have like lit a fire to like so the smoke would like make them disperse. That's what you're supposed to do.
Most of you guys probably don't see what's wrong with this video, but this right here is a terrible idea that could have some pretty serious implications.
Why?
These guys have built a...
Oh, so obviously... See, the reason why there's a problem is that if you slide like that, like you saw how much water came out of his pants, that's because all that water went up his butt. And so, like, when you slide too fast, all that pressure, all that water shoots up your butt like a water gun. and like it'll give you a brain aneurysm because it hurts.
Circular slip and slide where they hold onto a rope, and there's a lawnmower right over here in the middle that pulls them around. This does look like a lot of fun, but this guy ended up going at a very high speed, so he lets go and slides off of the slip and slide. Once he comes off the slip and slide, we can see that there's a bunch of water coming out of his shorts.
Yeah, though that water came out of his booty hole. That's what happened there. It's like diarrhea. Instantaneous
and this
diarrhea.
is the part in particular that is very dangerous. It's called an accidental enema. For those
he was actually, I was joking around. He actually, like...
aren't familiar with the term enema, this is when you put water up the portion of your body that waste comes out to clean it. When you do this, you have to be very careful because this portion of your body is very delicate. But when water shoots up there at a very high speed, causing an accidental enema, this can cause internal bleeding and also rearrange your colon, both of which require immediate medical attention and can be life-threatening if you don't. This is also something that is relatively common with water skiers when they fall backwards with their legs open, they'll get an accidental enema. Again.
Oh, nah, son. Why do you water ski then? Nah, son, I'm not about to get my rectum reconfigured, what was it? Your
medical attention and can be life-threatening if you don't. This is all causing an accidental enema. This can cause internal bleeding. And also,
I'm not about to get my colon rearranged.
They'll get an accidental enema. Again, if this happens, you have to be very careful and most likely end up going to the doctor.
This man must.
Alright, note to self: don't stick a high-pressure water pressure valve up your butt.
You know what, man? You do you, but I am not going to have anything to do with this. Not going to happen. The clip you guys just watched shows this tourist about to jump in to this random hole found in the Amazon River. He hypes himself, jumps in, and sinks all the way to the bottom, and for a second, our hearts stop. But about 5 seconds later, he resurfaces just fine. Now, what this guy has discovered here and what he jumped into is something known as a river pothole. These take quite a long time to form, and this happens when small rocks fall into a hole and they start moving around in this cyclical pattern. These small rocks are called grinders because they grind the stone down and create the pothole. And because of this cyclical pattern of the water, if you're not a strong swimmer, jumping into one of these potholes can be extremely dangerous. Also, if you've never jumped into the pothole before, it might be a much larger system than you realize and you could get trapped underwater. Granted, this water right here is not moving super fast and hopefully he knew the layout before jumping in. But if he didn't know the layout and did this just on a whim, I would say that this is a horrible idea.
This guy must have a death wish.
Yeah, to be fair, is that all this dude does? He just goes on the internet like, that looks interesting. Nerd emoji activate, you know what I mean? Like, just activate nerd emoji mode. Well, actually, if you did that in real life, it would actually be super dangerous, and you wouldn't be able to do it. It's like, all right, thanks, bro. Thanks for the interesting facts.
This is one animal that you definitely would not want to pet. Hyenas are one of the few.
Screw you! I'm gonna pet it anyways. It's a hyena, and if I got the opportunity, I'm gonna pet it. Also, isn't there a bunch of hyenas in Africa that are like being
animals
tamed,
from the wild that I strictly do not like? Perhaps it's from watching Lion King back when I was younger, but still, I really don't like hyenas, and here's a few reasons.
Mosquitoes.
First off, hyenas have been known to attack humans. For example, in Zimbabwe,
yeah, it's basically the actually
an elderly man of the age of 87.
You know what I mean? It's like, bro, this guy has a pet hyena. He's like, well, actually, if you were to have a pet hyena, the hyena would freaking eat you alive. It's like, yeah, well, everything would eat me. So would a cat. If you freaking like died and the cat was hungry, it would eat you.
And then pulled out by a pack of hyenas and devoured. When villagers finally found Tende, the lower half of his body was completely missing. These hyenas are still being hunted and are still at large. They haven't been found yet.
The problem
hyenas
is
also have a bite force of 1,100 pounds per square inch, which is almost 9 times the amount of a bite force of a human, so if you get bit by a hyena, there's an unlikely chance that you're escaping. Another really weird fact is that females are more hung than most of us here, and they use this part of their body to reproduce as well as go to the bathroom. This fact isn't disturbing, I just wanted to throw it in. So essentially, the moral of the story, no matter how cute or nice a hyena is acting, this is not a good idea.
I don't care.
This man must have a death
that man got to pet a cute hyena doggo. I didn't.
wish.
I'm gonna pet it anyways, just to spite you.
You should never ever do what this person is doing. It's pretty hard to understand what's going on here, so let's break it down. This guy right here is traveling across a zip line using a carabiner, and carabiners are not meant for zip lines.
What'd you call me? A what?
You use during rock climbing. In the beginning of the video, they were going slow and controlled, which was the goal the entire time. But eventually things got out of control and there's no way you can stop here.
Well, I would say, Sterling, that if you're not out of control, then you're not truly in control, are you?
You might have also noticed that they're not wearing gloves, so there's no way that they're going to be able to grab this.
Yeah, that's actually true. But this has nothing to do with this. Is just him being stupid. He should have worn gloves.
Is extremely hot. Fortunately, they end up coming to a stop and control themselves before they hit this, which would have basically been game over right away. But now they're stuck out here with nowhere to go, so you might be wondering, how are they going to get down? Well,
if you're a smart person, what you do is, you have a secondary cable so that you can, like, attach another one here, detach this one, and then continue on your merry way.
They going to get down? Well, this is where the full context comes in. They're going to jump. This person is a base jumper. This is a very high adrenaline sport where you travel to man-made objects and jump off of them, pulling the parachute.
And then people wonder why they get lost for like 2 months in the forest, or why they end up like dead. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean?
Shoot right before you hit the ground. So basically this person did one really dangerous thing.
No, he's not a base jumper. He's a base jumper.
Only to get to the middle and do one of the most dangerous sports
He's
in
like
the world.
Superman. He can jump over buildings or bases in one bound.
If you saw this plane right here, no you didn't. This right here is a TikTok video that I was tagged in that has the caption, "Awesome plane landing I saw whilst hiking in Colombia." Now I'm not sure how many of you guys understand why this is so bad, but let me explain here. So we can see this very small...
Oh, I see. That seems to be an unlicensed, unregistered, and unmarked vessel making an approach landing at a non-specified, non-legal airport. So therefore, he does not have the proper licenses to land here. I see where you go with this. I understand.
Plane here landing somewhere in the mountains. Ultimately, the plane ends up landing on this very small, dirt, dilapidated runway in the middle of nowhere. Now,
yeah, that being said, that seems like a cartel vehicle. Like, maybe you shouldn't be hanging out there. It's Colombia, after all. Maybe you should get out.
Here's the deal. Colombia, for those that didn't know it, is known for making very high-quality snow, if you guys catch my drift. And one of the most common ways that this snow is transported...
Yeah, you mean like over here in California, we have Big Bear. They have artificial snow? Like, where they make it seem like the mountain is snowing, like, from using, like, the river water. It's pretty cool. That's cool, like for Christmas stuff? Yeah, they make the good
is
snow.
Through the use of aviation. Typically what they'll do is hire 1 or 2 private pilots that are going to run this wherever they need it to be distributed to. There are countless news articles of these planes being caught with hundreds of thousands of dollars of merchandise in them. If this video is legit, this was a horrible idea posting this, and this guy is somewhere that he should not be. Get out of there ASAP. And for the record, I would not recommend...
He already got out of there. How do you think he uploaded this video? He went home. He went home and he uploaded it. He's not there no more, bro.
And hiking anywhere this far out in Colombia, it's far too dangerous because there's a lot of underground operations going on out there.
Just don't go to Colombia, what do you mean?
This man must have a death wish.
Wow.
This right here is an animal that you absolutely never want to touch.
It looks like something out of Doctor Who. That looks like an eyeball and another eyeball and like a really sad face. It looks like something out of Doctor Who.
That I was tagging
Moisturize me. What's that one lady? Moisturize me. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Moisturize me. Quickly, I'm drying out. Oh, this Lady Cassandra was a freak.
These people found a very strange looking fish that kind of resembles a face. This guy ends up touching the mouth of the fish and the fish retaliates and the guy backs off. This fish right here is a very famous venomous fish known as a stonefish. These guys have earned their name from the simple fact that they resemble a stone when they're on the ocean floor. As you can see right here, this camouflage is top notch.
Bro looks like he just ate out She-Hulk though. What's all the green stuff on his mouth?
If you weren't paying attention or looking for a stonefish, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this and a rock. Stonefish are most dangerous when you can't see them and accidentally step on them. And this is because of these spines right here that inject potentially deadly venom into your foot. These spines are pressure activated, and there's venom glands at the base that pump the venom into whatever it's stuck into. If a stonefish sting isn't treated in time, then it will cause death. At the very least, getting stung by this is going to be one of the most painful experiences that you've ever
Yeah, but like he's not stepping on it. He's like poking his lips.
had. This man must have a death wish.
Okay, I don't need that.
This guy is absolutely nuts for doing this. I got tagged in this guy's video right here to react, and I was watching this full minute-long video, and this was the clip that really stood out to me. This guy typically walks through the Everglades, and let me cue you, extremely aggressive symptoms are the hours and very painful. Don't touch these guys, finding a whirlpool in a flooded field. This whirlpool is quite small, but this is still not something that you want.
That was on the screen for too long, bro. That was a bit much. I didn't. That's not a monkey morning. That's not official monkey morning business. That's not. We're here for good times, not for that. No, thank you.
Hang around because this means that there's something more serious happening below the surface of the earth.
Spider. That's the spider that if it bites you, it make your banana not work no more. Your banana stop working if it bites you. It's not good.
These whirlpools can actually be precursors showing that there's a hollowed out space.
I didn't catch the beginning of this one, and I want to go back and get the full context, but I'm not going to because I don't know how many seconds back the spider is, and I just don't need to see that again.
Underneath the ground that will eventually lead to a sinkhole. Sinkholes can happen very abruptly. One moment you're on solid ground, and the next moment you're falling down a very deep and dark pit that you don't know how deep it is.
Bro is literally just explaining my entire life after college.
Do happen in residential areas as well, and they vary on. One moment you're on solid ground, and the next moment you're falling down a very deep and dark pit that you don't know how deep it is.
Yeah, no, that's basically after college I got into alcoholism and it got bad.
Do happen in residential areas as well, and they vary on size. Some of them are quite small, while others can be absolutely massive. Just to hammer the point home, this man was sleeping in bed in Florida when all of a sudden his entire room got swallowed by a sinkhole. He went missing, his remains were never recovered, and obviously...
Yeah, well see, the problem is you live in Florida. Don't do that.
Just to hammer the point home, this man was sleeping in bed in Florida when all of a sudden his entire room got swallowed by a sinkhole. He went missing, his remains were never recovered, and obviously you guys know what happened. So while this might look like fun, feeding this sinkhole right here, different trees and stuff, you really should not be there. You need to get the heck out.
Ugh, great video. Great video. Unnecessary spider video. Like you didn't need to put that there. I feel like the internet can do without that. Ugh, my freaking legs are tingling. Freaking hate that. Thank you so much, primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.